So I am embarking on the world of scales. The last video I did was on finger exercises. So this video is going to be on the most easiest scale to understand, which can double as a finger exercise. So I'm going to be talking about the chromatic scale. And the chromatic scale has 12 tones in it. And they're all the same amount of space apart. That means you play every note. There are 12 tones in our Western music. Each note is what we call a half a step away from each other. I'll show you what that means in a second. On the guitar, the frets are a half a step away from each other. So this scale is playing notes right next to each other. So there really isn't a lot of fingering to remember other than using 1, 2, 3, 4. The scale, the place I'm going to show you it today is on, I'm going to use the first string, but it would be played the same on any of the strings. So I like to call this the chromatic scale on the guitar horizontally, going from, the lowest part of the string to not the highest, but the higher part of the string, and then coming back down. You can play the chromatic scale vertically, so using more than one string, and I will do that. That's a different video. So for today, chromatic scale, going up and coming back down on each string. Okay, I will use the first string as the example. So here we go. I will play it and then I'll explain it. How about that? And then I'll play it again. Here we go. Okay, so you're using fingers 1, 2, 3, 4. You're starting on the first fret. I am not hitting the open string. Could I? Yes. But the way that this scale is set up is to start on beat 1 and end on beat 4. So before I even explain it, I'm going to count it, because what I'm playing in for this particular exercise is quarter notes, and they're counted 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it goes like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now look, I'm back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That's why it's figured that way. That's why I'm not using the open string. If I did, that adds an extra beat, so I wouldn't be able to play the scale symmetrically. I would have an extra note, so I would have to keep going till I got to the end. So this scale is made to be played up the string, down the string, and then come back to the first fret and start over again. So that's why we're not using the open string. You start on the first fret. Okay, so now you already have the timing. I was going to go the other way, but we got that out of the way. This scale can be played using eighth notes, triplets, 16th notes. If you haven't heard of these terms, that's okay. It just means it could be played with shorter sounds, and that would be a little bit more complex work for your picking hand, and I will do that at this video. Okay, this video is just learning where the scale is and how to play it in quarter notes. So we did the quarter notes part already, so now let's talk a little bit more. You've seen me play it a couple times, but what is it? So here we go. You start on the first fret using the first finger, and you're going to continue with 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that brings you to the 4th fret. You're going to play every note on the string. So what you're going to do next is slide your first finger up to the 5th fret. And you're going to repeat the same pattern. So you played 1, 2, 3, 4, slide up to the 5th, and you're playing 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, you're going to repeat the same thing. You're going to slide up to the 9th, 10, 11, 12, 9th fret. You're going to play the same pattern over again. Okay? So you've played fingers 1, 2, 3, 4 3 times. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th fret, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9th fret, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, a little secret. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you're at a dot. So that's your 5th fret. So that's kind of the landmark that you're looking for with your finger. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you're at another dot, right? At the 9th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you're at the double dots because your pinky is on the 12th fret. Okay? And then what you do is slide up 1. Boop. So now your pinky is on the 13th fret. And then you're going to come back. Now watch how this works. You're coming back down, so you're going to play opposite. So now it's 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you're going to slide and repeat the same pattern that you just did. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now watch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to that 9th fret again. Just coming back down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Check this out. Up. Back at the 5th fret. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slide down and start it over again. 5th fret. 9th fret. Slide up to the 13th and come back. 9th fret. 5th fret. And that's all it is. And it can be played on any string. I'm going to go up that string again just so you can see how it repeats. Okay, so the idea is to be playing it as evenly as possible. In the beginning, if your fingers aren't working as great as you would like, maybe it's not going to be as even, but the goal is to play it in time, to play it regular. Okay, the count is what I said we call quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the last tidbit is your picking hand, all down strums. No up picking yet. Theoretically, if you wanted to practice up picking, you could, but then do every one. If you can see my right hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't necessarily recommend that unless you really needed to do some work on your picking hand at this point. But I would really suggest just sticking with down strums on the quarter notes. It's best if you can count out loud. I know for some reason most folks don't like to do that. But it's probably the best way to get used to counting and rhythm. And see, now we're bringing other elements in, right? We've got the left hand working where it's supposed to be, the right hand doing what it's supposed to do. Now we're adding in the notes and the count. So now we're just adding more layers, okay? So I'm going to play it a few times. I guess I'm going to go back to the first string. and I think I'll do it maybe 3 or 4 times for you to play along. So I'm going to play kind of on the slow side, just in case you are somebody who is completely new at this. And that's that. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I realize I'm not counting out loud. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep it nice and regular. Most importantly, do it. And that's it for now. I think next time we're going to do that vertical chromatic scale. It's a little bit longer, and it involves moving your fingers from one string to the next, which is not something that we have talked about yet. And then after that, we'll maybe embark on some melodic scales. So, till then, keep playing.